Good morning, folks, and welcome back to the farm. It's still winter time. It's a lot warmer than it was yesterday. Yesterday it was minus 30, minus 32 or minus 33 when I come outside. It was just terrible. But minus 13, yeah, the numbers have switched themselves around. So I won't complain about that. One thing I can complain about, though, gotta let Ranger out here. My neighbor phoned over yesterday and said, your little dog's coming over at 2 o'clock in the morning, causing a ruckus. I had to bar him up last night. I can't have him going over there. Good fences make good neighbors, but when you go up the driveway and down the county road and in the neighbor's driveway, that's a problem. Anyways, I just need to get some eggs out of the fridge here for breakfast. I'm cooking a bit of homegrown homemade sausage, some eggs right out of our chickens, and then a bit of pancakes too. That's gonna go down nice. Well, we've had a bit of breakfast. Now I think it's time to get on with the day. But honestly, I feel like today I'm starting from a deficit. Both kids were full of piss and vinegar last night. So I'm just tired. I'm just like, ugh. Had a hard time dragging my ass out of the big chair after breakfast. But nevertheless, things gotta get done. So we'll get the truck fired up. Get back over the molasses tank, fill a couple of pails, give that to the sheep. I gotta throw a bunch of straw into the shelter. Like an idiot, I left my rubber boots in the back seat of my truck, and now they are as hard as the ice that's on the ground. So I'm gonna leave them there, and I guess I'm gonna do chores in my bingo shoes today. That'll be fun. One more bucket of molasses to fill here, and then I can go drop that off beside the barn. I think it's project time after that. I gotta build as a little warmer for the newborn lambs here. If you get one that's born in a snowbank or something like that, it's gonna need a nice warm spot. We were actually using the second chicken house. We'd bring the mom and the lamb over, keep them nice and cozy in there, but I think we need something right in the barn, right? So when you're there at 2 o'clock in the morning and you're not trying to ferry sheep across the farmyard in the dark. So I'm gonna run over the barn here and actually fork some straw into the lambing shelter. Call it the lambing shelter, but we're not gonna use it for lambing anymore. It's more just a shelter now. But in years past, we lambed in that little shelter. Now we're gonna lamb at the barn. Anyways, I digress. The plan is run over there, fork some straw into that shelter, and then get something for a bit of a warming box. And I've got some of these crates. My wife had she had a field day at the auction one day and bought these miscellaneous crates. And this one's got a bunch of, water valves that probably just need to go, like you can see the rubbers and stuff are just cracking it. They're garbage, right? But anyways, I should have just left them at Ritchie Brothers. But needless to say, I think I'm just going to move all these little valves into this other crate here. I'm going to steal this crate. It's going to become my warming box. Well, it would seem that my crate is froze to the ground. I've never been one to accept defeat. Just tell me I can't and I'll show you I will. There's a tool for that. If I can't unearth this thing with a 5-foot long crowbar, I'm just going to go ahead and say God doesn't want it to move. I'm hoping he doesn't want my lambs to freeze. I don't think that's the dialogue, but we'll see what we can do to chip it out of the ice. At the same time, I want to run back over to the barn. I've got a milking stand that I built. Oh, I don't think that was last year. I think it was the year before last, actually. That I'm hoping, much like many other year, I'm hoping it can just sit off to the side and never be needed. But the year I built it, I also had that same hope, and I made an awful lot of use out of it. So we'll see, but I'm going to chip it out of the ice anyways. Better to have it not need it than have it not be able to use it and really need it, if that makes any sense. Lift with your knees, not your back, right? Wow, I got it off the ground. I left the skids that it was nailed to frozen to the ground, but it's up. I don't know what this would have actually held when it was brand new. Cases of rum, machine guns headed for Africa. I don't know, but looks like a hell of a nice box. Be ashamed to waste it. All right, well, chores are all done. I got my crate inside, and as you can see, I found an old piece of, what, I don't know what that, 3/8, probably 3/8 plywood that I took off of something, and I thought, boy, I should save that piece of plywood. I don't know what I was thinking, but hey, look at that. It fits just perfect on there. It's got a cutout here and here and here, but I don't think that's really gonna be an issue. It even has 2 nails in it already, so I can tack that down. Hey, look at that. Warming box is pretty much already done. I'm going to secure that a little bit more here. And then I think what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to try and block off a little bit more here. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it just yet. But something that maybe can flip up or flip out of the way kind of thing. So I can regulate the heat that comes out of the box. I don't want it to be a true hot box where it's just everything's kind of sealed right up. I do want a little bit of airflow in there. I don't want to cook any lamb. We'll save that for the fall. So now that I got my basic box, you can see where I can pop the lamb in there. I can't really create a hot box unless, of course, I add a heat lamp. So what I'm going to do is I thought, well, okay, I could just put a little hook in the top there and tie this up with binder twine or something like that. But I don't really want it to be chintzy. I want it to be durable, so I got a nice anchor, swivel anchor here, and I'm going to screw that in with a couple of a little bit beefier, some sheet metal screws here. I had these left over from building the barn, so that'll hold up a little bit better than, you know, maybe a couple deck screws and or a chintzy little hook or something like that. You can see what I did there. Got my little swivel anchor, carabiner, heat lamp. Of course, this is all iced up and everything like that from being out in the whole bottom's full of it, from being out in the elements for the last like 4 years. But I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in. I think we'll get a bite of lunch. We'll come back and see how warm it is. Well, there you go. It's plugged in. It's nice and warm. Like I said, I'm gonna go eat a bite of lunch, see if I can melt all this ice and snow off of here. But I'm thinking, I'm not sure what I want to do on the front here, but I'm thinking I could probably just chuck a wool blanket over top of the front. And I think that would probably keep a lot of the heat from this lamp in there. Anyways, if you built one of these, I'd be really interested to see a picture of it, or even just, yeah, tell me what you've done. Leave me a comment in the comment section how you built your own little lamb warmer.